It sucks more than I want to say to start out the show. Rest in peace to the nigga Takeoff, man. From the Migos, the legendary Takeoff, the best rapper in the Migos, my favorite Migos. Let's do a quick little tribute. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Takeoff was the best rapper in the Migos. I talked about this on the show several times. This is my guy. Let's get it. Let's get it.
You niggas be biting my style and I like it, but you niggas know you ain't rapping like this. Trendsetter, I'm a trendsetter. Rockin' them out like a Mayweather. And it look like it's a homeless shelter. She poppin' that money like Alka-Seltzer. Whippin' that dope with the Terminator, wrist is spilling dope, but I'm a Brightly belt. Your mansion got 80 acres, chopping the ground. They callin' me Undertaker. They wonder why I got the ability to fish, got I put in work and dedication. 50 patches, 7 steppers, missing my jealous. They think I'm a Rockefeller. The kids think I'm Ashley Rick. Why I make up a script, they call me the storyteller. I got the Britney, the Whitney, the Iggy, we murder Versace like Biggie. Run my time, fuck nigga, we building that Gucci. It's time to kill him with Da Vinci. Red bottle sends out forensic. Designer frame, limited edition. Pushing one button, my roof in this mess. Don't put my lubricant till at the kitchen. Now turn on your radio, you gon' hear every rapper tryna run like the Migos. Real shit. Fuck nigga wanna clone. Been rapping like this, ain't no lame. Been did that. Fuck the fame, rather be rich. Been getting money, sitting no lame. Been getting no lame. Fuck, now here it go. The intro to No Label.
I don't care if they flag us. We gon' more for Takeoff. Let's get up for Takeoff. Come on, let's get it. Ooh. Let me tell you something. When Migos first came out, Takeoff started every song. That sound that all them ad-libs, all them bars, that was Takeoff.
That's what I do.
Before we knew what they really looked like when the mixtapes was out, when we just was hearing them, it was all Takeoff y'all heard. He set off all the hottest songs. He set everything off. He was that guy. Rest in peace. You rappers, you wanna be 33, still tryna copy me. Old ass rapper.
Your rich nigga only 19
And you better acknowledge me.
I'm only 19.
But niggas that's spittin' and rapping like this without me, go consent, want apology. The label keep talking, the critics keep writing the order, cause we getting currency.
I think it's time for extortion. I'm killing you babies or boys.
Keep you niggas, my niggas are torch.
I told you I'd rather be rich than famous.
I told you that.
Fuck nigga, this in my life.
Fuck nigga.
These fuck niggas done stole so much goddamn swag.
Might as well sell it. The critic done said it, I might as well tell it. I'm activist with my shirt up, screaming, fuck the world like Machiavelli. Solid foundation. Young nigga on the block with the word to the sun. Come on, jumping like a fundraiser.
But nigga, you know I'm a Migo.
If I don't have image, get put with the race.
With one of my cars should I drive today?
Oh no.
They all foreign.
Which one of my hoes should I fuck today?
Oh no.
They all bad.
With one of my chains should I put on? Put them all on. You niggas, you know that you still in my flow. Whatever you with, we with.
Whatever you with, we with it. Whatever you with, we with it. Whatever you with, my nigga, we press. My nigga, we press.
Rest in peace to the late, great, legendary Takeoff, man. Haven't recorded in a few weeks. I don't got no reason, just haven't recorded. You know what I mean? Life is life and shit going on. Been doing what I had to do, y'all, but I do miss y'all, man. I miss y'all. I miss talking to y'all. I miss the comments. I miss everything about the pod, man. And I gotta be more consistent with it, man. But it's just really hard doing it by myself. And I'm not making no excuses, y'all. You know what I mean? People always ask me where the pod at, man. Where your episodes at? Been 4 weeks, man. And before this, it was 3 weeks. I have my own studio. I do all my own audio, visuals, all for myself. And I promise you guys, I'm going to be more consistent with this. I do have some big things coming up as far as starting to interview more people, bringing people in. So we're going to get it going, man. But without further ado, welcome back to episode 162 of the All Jokes Aside podcast. I'm your host, Will Mills, a.k.a. King Dirt. Jeez, reverse. King Dirtbag. You know what I mean? I'm back. Somber news, y'all. I believe the last episode I was talking about PNB Rock dying. And now we got Takeoff passed away. Cairo, why would you bust in here? Why would you do that? You got to go, buddy. My son just came into the studio. I'm recording, Cairo. Come here. You want to say hi? Don't kick the camera. Come, I'm recording. Could you please get him, please? Cairo, I'm recording, buddy. Close the door, please. I'm in the middle of the episode. Jesus Christ. That's how we come back? Kids busting in studios? I need to put a lock on that door, man. But anyway, y'all, very, very, very sad news. It's been about a week since he passed away, and to me, it's still unbelievable. All of this rap shit with rappers dying on a regular basis, it is the norm. Let's not get it twisted. It's very normal nowadays for rappers to die. It is the most dangerous job, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world right now, being a rapper. Every one of them who die, it's sad. I mean, they barely make it to 30. And, usually a lot of them don't even make it to 25. But this one is different, man. I've heard nothing but good words spoken of him. From what I heard about him, that the personality that he exudes on his music and on, when you see him on videos, the same way as in real life. And I figured he was like that. A dude that stays out of the way, quiet, reserved, funny, and it's just unfortunate, how this thing transpired, how it happened. I'm not going to get into the bullshit of it. I don't know the story. Regardless of how it happened, it's sad all around for all parties involved. Prayers out to Quavo, Offset. I know they're going through something serious. The family, his mother, all his loved ones. I don't even know if he had a girl or, I'm trying to tighten this up. I don't even know if he had a girl or any children. That's how quiet he was. He just pretty much stayed to himself. And that's really rare that you see in with rappers, especially the level that Migos was on. Migos are superstars. Like, definitely, at this point, and this is not even, I'm saying this because Takeoff died. I would have said this at any other time. Definitely in the top 10 greatest rap groups of all time. Their run is legendary. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. You guys could agree with me or not, but just really think about it. When Migos came out, that flow, right, who they rumored to have taken it from Lord Infamous. But if you go back and listen to Lord Infamous from 3 6 Mafia back in the days, who I doubt they heard, or maybe it kind of entered their psyche. If you listen to Lord Infamous, it's actually Lord Infamous flow that Migos came out doing, right? But Lord Infamous didn't change the way anybody rapped. That was just his flow. Migos changed the way the entire industry rapped. When they came out with that flow, everybody started doing it. The old heads was making fun of it, but everybody did it. Everybody still does a little bit of it to this day. But that flow is Takeoff's flow. That's his flow, not Quavo's, not Offset's. That's Takeoff's flow. If you listen to the No Labels mixtape and the mixtapes that came before that, if you listen to those mixtapes, I'm a Migos fan. I remember dudes used to laugh at me for fucking with the Migos. It just sounded so different to me. I was listening to it. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. Niggas was lit. Like, yo, this is clown shit. But they was the first to do it. And the first to do anything, the first to break any glass or break any ceiling is the first to get cut. And they did that. They changed the way the industry raps, period, the flow. They did that. That's how influential these guys was and is. The new album, Fire. But that was Takeoff's flow that we hear. So he inadvertently changed the way people rap in the industry. Single-handedly. I mean, we credit it as a group, but if you listen to Migos for real, you know who's the best Migo. You can, and I'm not saying that because if you can go back to the older episodes when, Quasi was with me, Jari, Chinks, when I had my old crew with me, you listen to those old episodes. We talked about that. We talked about how Takeoff was the best Migo. We've always collectively said that. I've done posts about it. So yeah, I'm a true fan. And this shit, it's sad. It's sad. I can't imagine what everybody, who's close to him going through. But yeah, rest in peace, Takeoff. I'm not gonna speculate like fucking Whack 100 keeps doing online. I see him running his mouth. Everybody running their mouth. I like how academics is talking about it, but not speculating. Academics usually does that, speculates, but I know he knows how sensitive a subject this is. This is a serious one. This is really sad. This is not no gang shit. This was a dice game. You know, I don't think he was out there doing no dumb shit. You know, he was somewhere and it happened. You know, a lot of these rappers who died, you can kind of see it coming or you're not surprised when it happens. But this is super unfortunate and surprising to everybody. But, you know, like, shut the fuck up, bro. Respectfully, like, stop speculating, bro. Like, if you're not a part of it, family, close friend, I don't understand how people deep dives and speculates on something that's sensitive before the dirt is over the body. You know what I mean? And I don't like Whack 100 anyway. He does it. He needs something to keep himself relevant anyway. So, you know, his way of doing that is to talk about dramatic shit. You know what I mean? It's feminine to me if you ask, but this is what he does. But moving along, rest in peace, Takeoff. Legendary. You definitely will be missed, my brother. And thank you for all the music. The funny videos I've seen. The music I've enjoyed. My children love you. The new effort, amazing. And I hope, for one, that Quavo and Offset can resolve whatever in-house thing is going on. We need to, you know, I don't think the Migos should just, that's the end of it. You know what I mean? I think Quavo and Offset could really preserve his legacy by keep going. I know it'll be tough to even do that shit under Amigos moniker, but for it just to stop, and you know, y'all just did that last Quavo on Takeoff project, and it's doing that well, and it's that dope. This would be a good time for Offset and Quavo to put it whatever, or the labels put whatever differences they have to the side, and you know, give us something, because I'm pretty sure the fans would love to see it. It was sucked when the Offset left anyway. I think him coming back with him and Quavo, I think that'd be a good look for the industry as a whole and the group's legacy. Love you, Takeoff. Rest in peace, my brother. All right. Anyways, moving along. Let's get into the show, man. I'm on my bullshit today. You know, I don't want to get into the drama too fast, but I do want to talk about a couple of things that I've seen this week. You know, I'm not backtracking. The only thing I talked about that happened is the Takeoff shit. Everything else is previous. I mean, it's new shit. So, yo, who is Bandman Kevo? Who is this guy? Who is Bandman Kevo? I see him all the time. I see him online and you know, his name being mentioned in different shit. But who is he, yo? Let's Google Bandman Kevo. Let me pull him up first before I say what I'm gonna say about him. Bandman Kevo. Who is he? He's a goofy. Bandman Kevo is a goofy. Super goofy. Like, he does the wildest, like, it's not even wild, it's just idiotic, stupid shit. I don't know, I mean, he looked like he got some bread, seemed like it, you know, a lot of these dudes be fronting, but he seemed like he got it, but he did some wild shit. He just went and got, first of all, the man got liposuction. Any man that get liposuction and you're not some overweight, obese dude who lost a bunch of weight and you needed to get that to get rid of some excess skin or excess fat that was tough to get rid of, and you're just a young dude going to get that, fire for you. Go to the gym. Go to the gym and diet, bro. This man's body looks beyond stupid. Beyond stupid. And the only reason why I judge people like this is because you put it out there for people to see it. So expect some judgment, bro. This is dumb. But that's not even the dumbest shit he did. The man went and got a White Lives Matter tattoo and then got a Kanye West tattoo and a Mark Zuckerberg tattoo. It's like, yo, like what type of attention are you looking for, bro? Do you truly believe this shit? Like, what kind of bozo shit is that? I get the Kanye West shit, bro. Even, fine, you're a Facebook fan. You're a Facebook of Mark Zuckerberg and his power moves, whatever. But to get White Lives Matter tattooed on you as a black guy, bro, you're a fucking goofy. Bandman Kevo, respectfully, you're a goofy ass dude, bro. This nigga's a goofy. Straight up. Like, he's the definition of money can't unlame you. Because money don't make people do shit like this. Lame shit make you do stuff like this. You know what I mean? So he's the prime example of a lame dude who got money. You know what I mean? Because I've seen him do other whack shit. Like he was smashing what's the little funny chick? I think Kayla Nicole, the little funny skinny girl. He was smashing her, put that on blast. First of all, respectfully, funny girl, not attractive though. So that's not a trophy, bro. You know what I mean? That's she's not even average. She's unattractive to me. She's not no bombshell to brag about smashing. She's funny as fuck. She's super entertaining, and she's successful. But she's very unattractive in my book. She look. You know what? I'm not gonna say she's unattractive. She's cute, but she looks goofy. She looks like a little kid to me. She had a goofy little kid look about her. I'm not gonna say she's unattractive. She's not attractive as far as a woman is concerned. She's probably cute by little girl standards, but she doesn't look like a grown woman to me. So he tried to get kudos, and I saw him bragging about her. And now he get the liposuction, bragged about that. Mark Zuckerberg, Kanye West, and White Lives Matter tattooed on you. That's some goofy, lame shit. Dude is a lame. He's a lame. Lame. Beyond lame. Look at his body, y'all. And look at his hairline. Why you didn't get your hairline? Bro, get your hairline fixed. Fake teeth, fake muscles. And push back hairline. How about you fix that? You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's a goofy. And I don't know who, I don't even know. They say he's a rapper. Do he got any music? Let's see. Let's see if we can find any Bandman Kevo songs. My man got a BBL, bro. Look, it's music for him, but the music don't even pop up. Like, I don't see any music pop up about him. Just videos. Let me see. Do he got music? Hold on. It said rapper when I Googled him. All right, he got a song called Uber that got up 1.9 million views. Let's see. Let's check it out. Wonder if I heard this.
Cover my place so I know they can't find me. Made a damn near dub off a package. She say it ain't tricking if yo I got it. Got that little bitch and she work at the post. She says just do what you
so far it's trash.
Huh. Might run that check while I'm sitting in the Uber. If you don't know me, I'm good with computers. If it ain't about money, I ain't trying to chill. 20 profits, I'm flooded with bills.
That's not bad. Sound like anything else, but it's not whack though.
Rental car service, I check me I am. My life a movie and my life a film. I'm getting money on the front and the back end. He ain't the plug if he said it, he taxing.
I mean, your standard artist of, neutral shit. There's nothing special about it. You know what I mean? My 5-year-old, my 6-year-old daughter can write that shit, but, sound all right. He's still goofy, though. Moving along, enough of him. Let's get into this real quick, man, because I definitely wanted to touch on this. The whole Kyrie Irving thing. I was going to talk about it on my Instagram, my Facebook, which is going crazy viral right now. As you guys know, my Instagram got canceled a couple of months, almost a year ago. The King Dirtbag page, I reopened it under the Will Mills moniker, which is my real name. That one is going crazy. Been on World Star about 5 times already in the past couple of months. Baller Alert, Shade Room, Spiritual World, Snoop Dogg posted a couple of things. Right now I got a video that did over 1 million. Right now, I've built my following back past 10K. I'm at like 10, 12K. And here's the cool part. I'm not following anybody. That's some Beyonce shit. You know what I mean? Hold on, round of applause for me. You know what I mean? Because that's true fans. Like, I you know what I mean? What a round of applause that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Round of applause for me. Round of applause for building up a following without following anybody back. I think that's a big deal. That's some Beyonce shit. So I got over 12,000 followers right now, and I'm not following anybody. Following the podcast. That's it. So thank you for everybody for the support. Follow me. So hopefully the blue check comes soon so I can keep this comedy thing going. And social media has been going great. I have been slacking on the pod, but once again, I am back, y'all. But I do want to get into the Kyrie Irving debacle. Now, we do know saying something about the small hats will get you in some hot water on these social media platforms, but I own my podcast. I wouldn't dare say anything anti-Semitic. I just give my opinions. I think the shit that they are... First of all, let's pull up this list, right? So, the Nets, who is my team, by the way, right? The Nets have stipulations for Kyrie. Well, if you've been living under a rock lately, Kyrie watched a documentary that was done by, I think, the Moorish community, the Black Hebrew, the Black Hebrew Israelites released a documentary back in 2018. Kyrie watched it, liked it, shared it to his page. So what? He was scrutinized for posting that to his page because people of the small hat community deem that documentary to be anti-Semitic. I have not seen the documentary, so I can't speak much on it, whether I believe it is or not. They believe it, whatever. Kyrie said, I watched it, probably enjoyed it, agreed with some of the things in the documentary. He put it out to his page. Got a slew of backlash from it, ultimately leading to him to be suspended indefinitely from the New York Nets, from the Brooklyn Nets. Now, on top of suspending him, after his apologies, after he's saying he had no intentions on being anti-Semitic, apologized for whoever may have been offended by his post, but standing on his own too. They want him to admit that that documentary is anti-Semitic. He don't believe it to be anti-Semitic. That's his prerogative. You know what I mean? So the whole free speech thing in certain areas doesn't exist. Because after doing all of that, he's getting numerous amounts of backlash, canceled from different things. And now they have a list of 6 things for him to do in order for him to return to work. So I'm going to read them. He has to issue an apology for posting a link to a movie on October 27th, condemn the harmful and false content, and make clear that he does not have anti-Jewish beliefs, complete the anti-hate causes that Irving, the Nets, and Anti-Defamation League agreed upon their joint release on November 2nd, including a $500,000 donation toward causes and organizations that work to eradicate hate and intolerance in communities, complete sensitivity training created by the Nets, complete anti-Semitic, anti-hate training designed by the Nets, meet with representatives from the Anti-Defamation League as well as the Jewish community leaders in Brooklyn. After completing 1 to 5, meet with Joe Tsai and lead franchise officials and demonstrate the lessons learned, that the gravity of the harm caused in the situation is understood, and provide assurances that this type of behavior will not be repeated. Respectfully, if I was Kyrie Irving,
I would tell the Nets to suck my dick.
Because now it's no longer about being anti-Semitic or being sorry. Because last time I checked, a grown man makes a mistake, a grown man apologizes, and we move forward. This is chastising. This is emasculating. This is belittling a man. You know what I mean? Kyrie is worth $90 million. I believe after a while, this shit will blow over. And if the Brooklyn Nets decide to depart ways with him, he can go get a job at another team. I don't know if Adam Silver would agree with that. But I think eventually this will blow over and Kyrie can get a job somewhere. Kudos to Kyrie for standing his ground, because this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. And I'm saying that as a Brooklyn Nets fan. Kyrie, and I saw something saying he might opt to retire. But I definitely wouldn't apologize. I wouldn't go any further than an apology. He's not a child. Also, Kyrie is very well spoken. I'm very impressed with the way he handles himself. So here's one of the videos that I'm gonna play a couple of Kyrie videos, but here's one of the videos where he spoke on what's going on, and they thought they could stump him. They can't stump him. He is not a dumb dude. He's very intelligent. But 1 second, y'all. My bad, y'all. I had to take a leak. You know what I mean? But let's get into this Kyrie thing, because I really want you guys to hear how articulate this dude is. He speaks very eloquent. I really fuck with Kyrie. Let's get it.
I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what? Let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash, or what people call it, we're in 2022. History.
My bad.
Is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So the claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races: white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community. And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, it obviously wasn't meant for them.
Bars. Bars. Well said, my guy. Well said, Kyrie. Well said, man. I need to get a new soundboard, because I could have sworn I just pressed hand claps. Well said, Kyrie. Now, this is my thing. The United States is supposed to be freedom of religion, right? So we have a well-established understanding of who the Jewish people are. But, correct me if I'm wrong, Jewish is not a religion. It's not a race. It's a religion, right? I noticed something. He claims to be original Jew, right? I have my problem with the Black Hebrew Israelites. But if that's what their religion, their practice, that's the religion, their practice, right? Regardless of what the belief systems are within the confines of that religion, if one of the beliefs in that religion is that they're the original Hebrew, they're the original Jew, right? If that's what their belief system is in the confines of that religion, shouldn't you be able to believe what you want in a religion? Isn't that the point? Because I don't understand this part. So are they not allowed to be Jewish too? Even if they're speaking down on white Jews. Because aren't most white Jews of European descent? I'm talking about the ones here in America. I could be wrong. Of European descent and adopted the Jewish religion. Because rest in peace to everybody who perished in the Holocaust. That happened in Europe, right? But Jerusalem is in, wait a minute. Jerusalem is in the Middle East. They're not from that region. Even if they are originally from that region, they were born in Europe, right? So and I could be wrong. I don't know my head. I'm just asking a question here. So don't condemn me for asking a question. Somebody can answer this question in the comment section. If they are Europeans and they have the race of Jew, they're still Europeans. You understand what I'm saying? It seems to me when other races of people adopt that same religion, it's not as accepted. Or is the problem that in that documentary, maybe they're bashing the white Jews? Is that what the problem is? Or is it a problem that they're saying they're the original Jews? I'm not sure what the issue is. I haven't seen the documentary, but I do know every time this subject comes up, it's considered anti-Semitic. How could you be anti-Semitic of something that you are claiming to be? You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're saying they're Jews. They're just saying they're the original Jews. So how is it anti-Semitic to say you're a Jew too? Right? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, I could be wrong on what the problem is. Now, if they're bashing the European Jews while saying they're Jewish, I can see that being that's definitely anti-Semitic. But once again, I haven't seen the documentary. So maybe I should, I honestly don't got no interest in watching it. I just think I stand with Kyrie. I don't think he did anything wrong. He didn't write the documentary. He stated he didn't agree with all the things in it, but he liked what he saw and he decided to share it on his page. I don't know if there was some context along with the repost, but all of this that's happening to him is extreme. Like Kanye, definitely went on a anti-Semitic rant. He definitely went crazy on Jewish people. Specifically said it out his mouth. Kyrie didn't do that. He reposted a documentary that a group of people consider to be anti-Semitic. He doesn't consider it to be anti-Semitic. So if they found it to be anti-Semitic and then he apologized, why isn't that good enough? Why do you guys have to make a fucking example out of him? You know what I mean? This is a grown man we're talking about. One, he should be free to have the beliefs he have if he's not hurting anybody, if he's not condemning any group of people. And two, if he do offend you and you let it be known that that man apologizes, that should be enough. Y'all gonna fuck with his career because he posted some shit? Come on, man.
Hopefully I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group that sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this and I could talk about the game and go home to my son, Elohim, and my wife, Marlene.
Right. Kyrie is actually into the religion, right? The media people asking him the questions aren't. You guys are sports media. You guys do media for sports. So how are you able to just switch up and to have a discussion about religion? Because you're on the side of the people who's offended. You don't know why they're offended. You don't know what he said is offensive. You just want to help scrutinize this man. He's into what he's into. And I like that he doesn't back down from this shit, man. I respect it.
Okay.
Am I to take it that this was what you shared was not something that you've even watched? This was you did watch it, or either watch it or read it.
I had a lot of time last year to read a lot, read a whole bunch, good and bad, about the truth of our world.
So then, do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so we're
in 2022.
Right.
It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different.
Facts.
You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Mm-hmm. Why not?
Oh, see, they bleeped that part out. I'm going to say this about Kyrie. What they don't understand, when you do this to people, you make it very curious to people from the outside looking in. We may have not taken an interest into Hebrew and Israelite and the original Hebrew, any of these things, had you guys not made this big deal out of it. And the fact that Kyrie's not backing down, that's what's going to make him influential. Not the fact that he did this and you guys are scrutinizing him, but the fact that he won't back down. This is what's going to make people look into it. You fucking idiots. You're going to force people to look into it and adopt some of his beliefs. Because you made it a big deal. From the average person outside looking in, it's like, wow, well, now people who are not interested or connected to this religion, connected to this movement or anything else he has going on, now people like myself is going to look at this documentary. Y'all did it, not him. He had no influence. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody cares. But when you start to hold people, when you start to flex your muscle and do shit like this, and several people I know personally have posted in defense of Kyrie, they shit got removed. This is why I'm not talking about this on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook or anything. And maybe YouTube, after I post this up, maybe they'll block this shit. Even though clearly I've said nothing anti-Semitic. I was asking a bunch of questions and speaking about my support of Kyrie Irving, not support of the video or the documentary he posted, because I don't know anything about it. But if you guys thought he was influential before, now you made him influential because you made what you're mad about important. So people who have no knowledge of it is going to look into it. This is the same thing that happened during the elections. So many black people, such as myself, from the outside looking in, went Republican and jumped ship, went conservative, because the Democrats was hiding too much. And when you start hiding shit, you make people curious. And people start looking and they go, oh, wow. They will abandon their current and previous way of thinking, their current way of looking at information, because you made the bullshit information important. So if you make it important, it's like, wow, damn, what was this documentary about? And if it's other black people talking on this documentary, black people, we do take to our own. We do listen to our own, especially if they're articulate. We did with Obama, even though Obama didn't do much for the black people, because he was a black man who spoke well. We listened to him. You know, all of our black leaders have one thing in common. They speak very well. Whether it's Farrakhan, Garvey, Kyrie, Kaepernick, when they speak well and they stand their ground on their belief systems, that's how you create a leader. The opposition creates the leader. The leader doesn't create the leader. The leader becomes bigger when you oppose what he's saying and doing. Had you just let this man apologize and just kept it moving and not made a spectacle out of him, we wouldn't have gave a shit. Oh, but we care now. Y'all did this. All the people who's offended and canceling him and making him do all of this shit, flexing your muscle. Oh, that documentary, it went up in numbers because of you, not because of him. It's not because of him watching it. It's because you getting mad about him watching it. That's what make us go watch. Dummies. Anyway, enough about Kyrie. Let's move it along. It's this chick on TikTok. And I don't want to talk about her. Well, she's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Because her and Simps are the reason why this thought process even exists. Where is I'm gonna show y'all a video. Let me give you a little backstory on this chick, right? So the chick made a couple of videos about men about not dating broke dudes. But for the listeners who are listening on Apple or Spotify or iHeartRadio, you guys won't see it. So you're gonna have to go look for this chick. Her name is something Gabby. Let me look for her. And I want y'all to see this chick. Because it's Gabby Faye. Just a friendly. All right, let's play one of her videos. I guess everybody got their taste, but I don't think there's anybody who will be like, oh, this girl's fun. She's so fun. She's really not. And I'm not saying that because she's a dark-skinned black woman. I'm saying it's because she's not attractive. There's a lot of attractive dark-skinned women. Dark-skinned women, in my personal opinion, are the most attractive women on the planet. Darker-skinned black women are the most physically attractive women on the planet. This chick ain't one of them. You know what I mean? I want y'all to see first of all, what she's saying. Right? And I'm going to explain something to y'all. This is what she had to say. I'm playing it through here.
I'm telling you right now, some of you dudes really be fumbling the bag with some.
You know what? I need to do it. I need you guys to hear the full audio. So let me not throw it to the phone. I'm going to actually do it through the computadora. So let me go ahead and forward this video to my phone because I want you guys to hear her. All right, so let's go ahead and, first of all, let me do this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's airdrop the video. All right. There we go. Boom. All right, so let's check this out. Where is it? Where is it? Yes. Here we go. All right. All right, so it's the dude here. Getting ass. And he's like grabbing his head in his hair. And it says, the caption is, when the girl you fumbled just keeps getting badder. Right? And she's doing, I guess, a stitch to this particular video.
I'm telling you right now, some of you dudes really be fumbling the bag with some of these girls that you had the opportunity to breathe the same air as. Some of these women, they were so amazing to you, treated you like a king, did everything for you, but because she didn't have something you wanted or something more toxic came along that you liked better, you fumble that bag. I know for personal experience, there have been men in my life who have fumbled me. And
for those who not watching, y'all got to go look what this chick looked like who's saying this. You know when you was a kid, like 3 or 4 years old, there was always a little snotty-nosed kid in the neighborhood who had that dry, ashy shit around his lip because he licked his lips too much. My little cousin had that shit. She got that. Like the eczema on the lip area. Lips look like somebody, like she dipped them in ammonia, bleached. This woman is honestly a 3. And I'm being generous. She's a 3. But I digress. Let me keep going.
They're watching this TikTok right now, and they are upset, and they're re-questioning their whole.
Did they say that? You know what I mean? Did they come back and say, yo, I can't believe that I did that and I fucked up with you. I fumbled the bag. Sweetheart, I can almost guarantee I can guarantee that no man of a certain, they probably trying to still fuck, because I've taken some for the team from ugly chicks that look like this in my day, and they had good pussy. You know what I mean? Maybe because it was untouched, because nobody gave him a shot. But I'm gonna get into my real reason. I don't want to just straight up attack this chick, because I want to get to my point. But let me go ahead.
Life's existence because they fumbled the bag, okay? Because I am a dime, okay? A dime piece. It is what it is.
Bro. She says she's a dime. All right. This is what I want to talk about. And this is why I'm saying she's a sacrificial lamb. This is what social media has done. Social media and bozos like this cornball ass nigga. This is what social media is doing right here.
What peaceful ass nigga has ever had to say, be my peace? The chaotic men, the disrespectful men, cheating men, the men that got fucking problems, the men that want to have their cake and eat it too, those are the men that scream, I want a woman to be my peace.
See, this nigga's he's a goofy. All right, so let's get into him first, right? So you have this group of simps out here. He's one of them, right? The simps are feeding women pipe dreams and making them think that there's some fictional Tyler Perry character type of dude out there that's perfect for her, that meets all her standards, that meets her entire criteria of what she think a man should be. Mind you, there's a lot of women, fatherless women, who grow without a father, who doesn't even know what the standard of a good man is. So they're learning by default. A lot of them probably was raised by a bitter single mom. And that attitude and behavior carries on, right? Anything real and authentic is most of the time not on social media. You can't tell the difference. Social media is flooded. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It is flooded with people who are creating optical illusions of themselves. It's flooded with that shit, right? These people like him and her come in abundance, right? So when you go out into the real world, you're not going to meet anybody who talks like that. She's not going to say that shit in public. That cornball ass nigga is not going to say that in front of a group of dudes. But he can say it online. This is also their new style of doing podcasting or videos. If y'all notice, they do this shit. They talk like this, right? These new podcasters. They talk like this and they act like somebody's watching them, right? Because it makes them feel more important when they give it out unsolicited. Now the advice is not unsolicited anymore, right? When you look into a camera, you're telling somebody something. When you look into this direction, it's like somebody's sitting there and you're talking to them. So it looks like you're just joining in a conversation that they're having, when in actuality, nobody gives a fuck about what they're talking about. They just want to give you unsolicited advice, so they look away as if they're talking to someone else. That way, you're just watching a conversation. You see what I'm saying? He does it, that cornball ass nigga who I helped cancel, who I thought was canceled, Derek Jackson, he's doing it now. The little green-eyed nigga, they all doing it. It's corny. It's corny. And I'm hip to the bullshit. So what you're doing is you're assisting in creating women like this, giving them false hope. And now you got the threes and the twos jumping out the window with her personality. This is my proposal. I say TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter, 2 weeks out of the month, shut down. You know why? Because now these people got to go back out into the real world or stay in the crib. They don't need to be heard. Too many people of no real knowledge or real empathy or even a care in the world is talking. They're all talking. They like to hear themselves talk, and other people are listening. And because the fake outweigh the real, the fake seem like they're right just because there's more of them. You understand what I'm saying? When you was in high school, right? It was a cool table. When I was in high school, it was a cool table, and it was a few of us, but the majority of the people weren't cool. They weren't cool. They didn't have a personality. They didn't look good enough. They didn't dress good enough, so they couldn't sit with us. I come from an era where you had to earn your keep. If you was an ugly bitch, you better have a nice personality, right? Or be fly, something. Make yourself tolerable. You know, you couldn't just say whatever you wanted because you was overweight. You had to earn that shit. Now we have a legion of cornball dudes and ugly bitches, ugly women, feeling like they have because they can say what they want. Only people who are of your caliber are taking heed to what you're saying. It's not real. Because when you go out in the real world, this is why she had another video bitching about all of these guys want her and they're calling her ugly in the comments. They're not calling you ugly because you ugly, sweetheart, what you are. They're calling you ugly because you got a fucked up personality. You know what I mean? That's why you're getting called ugly. Because there's a lot of unattractive women online, but sweethearts and nice personalities. Because not only are you ugly on the outside, you ugly on the inside too. Right message, wrong person. Because real shit. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, you know, if she was cute and saying those things, you wouldn't mind." You goddamn right, I wouldn't mind. How you gonna be visually and audio unappealing? How? How are you gonna be unappealing to my ears and eyes? Pick one. Pick a struggle. Not only that, you online buying it on your head, looking twisted. But because there's so many women who look like her, they're going to encourage this bullshit. But men are going to be like, ew, get out of here. And because men are telling the truth to her, they're considered haters. They're considered fat shamers. You're a fat, ugly girl online talking about you a dom. And how everybody, all your ex-boyfriends is crying over you and they drop the bag. Ain't nobody fumble shit. You only got to be a supermodel. She's a model too. You only got to be a model because people feel sorry for you. This is why when a lot of female singers come out and they're big, when they lose weight, their career falls off. We saw it happen. We saw it happen with Jennifer Hudson. She was a little overweight. Sing her ass off, amazing. Where's her music? Kelly Price, big girl, lost weight. What happened? Lizzo is famous because Lizzo is big. There's a lot of talented women out there. Lizzo is extremely talented. Extremely talented. She can sing, she makes great music, and she's pretty. She's not an ugly big girl. She's a pretty big girl. But Lizzo is famous because of her antics. Because she's a big girl who does shocking shit, who comes out dressed like a bag of laundry, and because she does outlandish shit, and she puts on this portrayal and this facade of this confident big woman. But the minute somebody says something about you, you cry about it. You don't say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." If you so confident in your appearance, then don't cry when somebody says something about you. Just like this chick. Confidence wouldn't allow them to do that. You understand what I'm saying? When I go online and I put up a video or a picture with no shirt on or something like that, the dudes hate. And I get it. The women don't hate though. So I'm cool with it. The women don't say nothing to me. But this chick got dudes calling her ugly. But the women are encouraging this bullshit. Optical illusions. You feel what I'm saying? And it's cornballs like this guy who throw him the assist. They profit off your pain, sweetheart. You know what I mean? If they was helping, there's something to listen to. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. It's a reason why dudes like that get a lot of followers. It ain't because he's saying some real shit. It's because people want to be entertained. It's a lot of single women. It's more single women than married women in the world. These single women with no hope need something. They need some hope. So what? They're going to tune into a person who's telling them there's a man out there for them. You know, they don't have to have no accountability. Motherfucker's been running rampant since Uncle Kev died, man. Get it together. Still dudes like me outside. You feel me? I saw another video that I'm on the fence about. And then, yeah, I saw one. I'm definitely on the fence about this video right here. All right, so I believe the video was slowed down. The audio was slowed down. All right, so this is the caption. Is he right or wrong for this? Dad shows up to his daughter's house and tells her boyfriend to leave for not helping with the bills. I want to play this video. So the voices were slowed down, but I'll tell y'all who's talking. Because the voices sound deeper than what they're supposed to be.
Look at this. He don't even bring the trash in. He's in my house with my daughter.
This is the dad talking.
Hey, where you at?
And that's the daughter.
Look, I bought you this house so that you're able to get yourself together. I had enough of this guy that you got in here. I'm pissed off. I had enough. Excuse me 1 second.
Please don't do this today. Please don't.
He goes up in the room. Boyfriend laying down.
Look at him. Laying in bed, watching my TV in my house, not paying their bills, leeching off my daughter. I had enough of this.
No, it's not. It's okay.
I haven't seen one red penny come in this house. All I see is him laying around in the middle of the day. A grown man should be out working.
Agreed.
Not laying in bed in here. I'm not trying to hear all that right now. Get up. It's time for you to go. I don't want to hear nothing, man. I haven't seen a nickel from you. All I see is a guy, a grown man laying in bed in the middle of the day, watching TV. This is my house. I do what I want to do.
My house. Y'all gave this to me.
I pay the bills in here. You're my daughter. He doesn't belong to me. This is a grown man laying in bed. He needs...
Okay. Talk to me, people. All right, I feel a number of ways about this. I do agree with what the dad's saying. But here's my problem. As a father of 4 daughters and 2 sons, one, I would never do this to one of my daughters. If I buy my daughter a house, I'm not paying the bills in that house. Probably help out in the beginning just so she can get on her feet, but I'm not paying the bills in the house. If you buy your child a house and pay the bills for your child, you're an enabler. You're still treating your child like a child. Right? Because if she buy her own house and she moves a man in, that's her prerogative. I mean, if you borrow, that's her prerogative to do that. If I was dude, I don't know what the daughter's, he's saying I help out with the bills. The daughter's saying he help out with the bills. I don't want to speculate, but maybe the daughter's talking shit about him. A lot of times that happens. That's why you can't badmouth your significant other to your parents or anybody you love. Right? But if I buy my daughter a house, that's her house to do with it as she please. If I make, you understand what I'm saying? If I buy somebody a car, I'm not paying your insurance. Right? So that's where he messed up at, because now you're not treating her like an adult. This sounds like a dad who's an overbearing dad who wants to control his daughter's life. Right? And that's a horrible thing, because the shit he doing right here is the type of shit your kid will never talk to you again about. They'll never talk to you again. That relationship will be over. You know, especially with a daughter. You can't do this to your daughters. If you respect them enough to be an adult and be on their own, then you also got to respect their space and who they choose to be with. Now, if she's calling you, telling you this nigga got to get up out of here, now you play daddy. But you can't come bum rush in the house that you bought for her. I agree with everything he said, but I think that's a conversation that needs to be had and some ultimatums need to be given. But for you to act on it and embarrass your kid like this, and the dude, I agree with everything the father said. All of his words were correct. His actions are trash, though. But I do agree with what he said. As a father, I agree with him. But I think he's out of pocket. What do y'all think? Leave me a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about it. All right, so this is the last thing I want to touch on, right? Somebody sent me this video today. This is one of my favorite comics. Definitely had the opportunity to meet this guy a couple of times. Love him. He's very controversial. People say I even remind them of him sometimes when I'm doing stand-up. So Corey Holcomb made a video, and I didn't watch this, so this is a blind reaction. So this is what it says. Comedian Corey Holcomb says, no, I rarely disagree with him. So I already know I might agree with this shit. So he says, comedian Corey Holcomb says, no man should be with a woman who doesn't listen to his authority. You can't protect a woman who doesn't listen. I believe that wholeheartedly to a certain extent, but he always got some nuance in there. So let's hear what he had to say, and y'all can give your reactions on this as well. Let's go.
If you don't have authority over your woman, you cannot protect her. Let me say it again before I get into this shit. If you with a bitch and ain't trying to listen to your authority, you in a bad way. You in a bad motherfucking way. You cannot protect the bitch that you don't have authority over. So when you're in the streets, you need to watch who the fuck you with. I have seen too many niggas get destroyed trying to take up for a bitch that ain't listening to nothing the fuck he say.
I mean, he ain't wrong. I've been in a situation like that before. Chick I was dealing with, she came to visit me in New York. And we went to the 4040, I believe. Taking the train wild late at night. She lived uptown in Harlem. And I was going back to her crib. Should have took a cab, but we taking the train. As a matter of fact, we was walking to go catch a cab at the corner. We walking down the street. Some dude, she's visiting. I lived there. So I'm telling her which way we need to go. She's arguing with me, telling me I'm wrong. So New York niggas are different. Men in general, like any group of dudes, troublemakers. So they see a woman who's seemingly in distress, they want to step in. But they don't know what's going on, so they should mind their fucking business. They don't see me putting no hands on her. I'm not yelling at her. Mind your business. But New York dudes operate different. So I saw the dudes, and I already peeped what was about to happen. I peeped it already. She starts getting loud. I know where the fuck I'm at, like seemingly to embarrass me in front of the dudes. So, of course, me being who I am, I'm barking back now. Because I got to let these dudes know y'all presence don't intimidate me. So I'm almost about to get into a beef with a group of dudes because she don't want to listen to me. So, yeah, I agree with Corey Holcomb. 100%. If you got a chick that don't listen to you, you can't protect her. Because she don't listen to you anyway. One of them chicks that fly off the handle will get you fucked up in public. Straight up. So, yeah, I agree with him. Let me give him a round of applause for that because he's right. He's 100% right on that. 100% right. 100% right. Can I get my hand clapped, please? Come on. Fire feed my soundboard. Fire feed his blood clot soundboard. It's not working. All right, I'm getting past the soundboard. I'm getting out of it. But yeah, man, that's gonna wrap it up, man. I'm glad to be back, man. I'm definitely gonna be more consistent with this podcast. I promise y'all, man. I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm on episode 162. I should be well over 200 episodes by now, but I keep taking these little breaks and hiatuses, and I put in too much work, spend too much money to not be more consistent with my show. And I apologize to the fans and the listeners for that. But if you guys check out me on social media, if you guys new to the show, make sure you do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Definitely leave a comment, share alike. My TikTok, subscribe to that. I'm heavy on that. King Dirtbag 718. Make sure you guys also follow me on Instagram. I ain't gonna follow you back, but follow me. Content is fire. I got my top 5 list. People know me for that. The lists are going crazy. I did all the Zodiacs. I did a bunch of trash shit, but it's always negative shit, mind you. It's top 5 trash. It's never nothing good. All right, that's my thing. So if you have any suggestions or what list you want to hear me do, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section, or make sure you you can DM me, and I'll go ahead and respond to it or make a video about it if I like it. Also, don't forget to check out my website, kingdirtbag.com, to get the latest merch. And check out where I will be performing at next. EPK coming soon. And last but not least, once again, rest in peace to the late, great Takeoff of the Migos. Just sad and unfortunate. And usually I do the all jokes aside theme song, but I think we're gonna go out with a song from Takeoff that I really liked. That I really loved, actually. Let's go ahead and play that. But episode 162 in the books. Let's get it. Rest in peace to the late, great Takeoff. Till next week. See y'all. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go.
Woke up this morning, can't remember nothing. 2 bitches just flowing from London. 2 bitches. Nothing I remember, they calling me daddy. The mattress was covered in money. Went to sleep with my jewelry and chains on. Had to wake up and recount the money. I got a bitch, she gon' kill for real. Talking about Clyde and Bunny. Cool with the kick, copy. Got to. Pull up with a stick, stop it. Rich nigga shit, solid. Rich nigga, oh, 100 pockets rotted. I go to space with the stars. Might smoke a blunt on my pilot. Saturn, Moon, Earth, and Mars. NASA take off with the rocket. $500,000 on the net.
Till next week, y'all. Episode 162 in the beat in the books.
I kinda hunted a better 100 back into 100.